The University of Tartu has been celebrating the Women in Science Week since 2021. This year, the event takes place from February 5th to 11th. The initiative features a social media campaign that showcases the work and achievements of women researchers. In this video, we would like to highlight the scientific contributions of female researchers at the Laboratory of Theoretical Physics of the Institute of Physics of the University of Tartu. The research group comprises about 10 associate professors and about 15 doctoral, master's, and bachelor's students. One of them is the distinguished physicist and philosopher Priya, who has worked at the University of Tartu since 1970. She has authored numerous publications on topics such as general relativity, quantum mechanics, string cosmology, and the philosophy of science. Throughout her career, she has also been a dedicated mentor and teacher. The Laboratory of Theoretical Physics has experienced a significant growth in recent years, and a remarkable number of women researchers have joined a field traditionally dominated by men. In the following, we will introduce some of these students and researchers and learn about their work, interests, and experiences.
Kas saaksid end tutvustada ja kirjeldada oma rolli meie teoreetilise füüsika laboris?
Tere, ma olen Austa ja ma olen teoreetilise füüsika magistrant Tartu Ülikoolis. Ma olen ka paaris aines õppeassistent.
Kas saaksid rääkida oma praegusest uurimisteemast?
Ma uurin eksootilisi kompaktseid objekte. Need on mustade aukade jäljendajad, mis koosnevad eksootilisest ainest, ehk siis ainest, mis ei kuulu standardmudelisse. Spetsiifilisemalt ma uurin relativistliku voolisega modelleeritud tähti ning nende signaale.
Mis inspireeris sind valima karjääri teoreetilises füüsikas?
Füüsika on alati minu jaoks pakkunud selliseid vaimustavaid ja selliseid põnevaid hetki, et alati, kui ma saan midagi uut teada või saan luua seoseid erinevate asjade vahel, siis see on väga äge tunne. Ja füüsika seletab seda, kuidas meie maailm tegelikult töötab ja ma tahan rohkem teada saada sellest.
Kas oled kogenud mingeid väljakutseid naisena füüsikas?
Mul on naisena füüsikas olnud väga hea kogemus, et mul ei ole olnud sellist tunnet, et mind diskrimineeritakse selle tõttu, et ma olen naine. Üks asi, mis võiks parandada, on see, Tartu Ülikoolis võiks olla rohkem naisõppejõude, kuid mul on optimismi tuleviku osas, et see ka muutub.
Millist nõu annaksid naisele, kes kaalub karjääri füüsikas?
Ma ütleks neile, et kindlasti tulge ja proovige, et eks mul oli ka alguses kahtlusi, kas ma ikka siia kuulun, kas ma ikka siia sobin, aga siin on kõik olnud väga toetavad ja abivalmid ja ma olen enda valikuga väga rahul. Kas saaksid end tutvustada ja kirjeldada oma rolli meie teoreetilise füüsika laboris?
Tere, mina olen Priya, ma olen 3. aasta bakalaureuse tudeng Füüsika Instituudis.
Kas saaksid rääkida oma praegusest uurimisteemast?
Ma praegu modelleerin numbriliselt arvutis musta auku nii üldrelatiivsusteoorias kui ka modifitseeritud gravitatsiooniteoorias.
Mis inspireeris sind valima karjääri teoreetilises füüsikas?
Mul oli väiksena väga suur huvi astronoomia vastu, aga kuna ma sain teada, et see on põhiliselt andmeanalüüs, siis mind pigem hakkas huvitama see, mis seal taustal või sees toimub ja siis sealt läks edasi kosmoloogiasse ja siis sealt üldrelatiivsusteooria põhimõtteliselt.
Could you please introduce yourself and describe your role in our theoretical physics laboratory?
Yes, so I'm Vaso. I'm a second year PhD student in the Laboratory of Theoretical Physics. My project is about wormholes. They are some objects that we know maybe from science fiction books or movies. And I study these objects in theories that go beyond the famous general relativity, the theory of Einstein, in some theories that we call modified theories of gravity.
Could you explain the significance of your current research topic?
Okay, so theory of Einstein, general relativity is a quite nice and successful theory. However, we know that it's not compatible with cosmological observations and also quantum mechanics. So we see that it is very important to work in other theories of gravity and understand if we are getting closer to the one that describes our universe.
Have you faced any challenge as a woman in physics?
I would say that this depends a lot on the cultural background, and I think that me and other women, we have faced challenges already before we become physicists, maybe already from school years, because there was and maybe still are opinions like boys are smarter or boys are better in mathematics and physics. So we have to follow our dream, even though the society didn't encourage us.
What advice would you give you to young girls or women considering a career in physics?
I would tell them to be confident on themselves and believe that they are enough and they have skills and knowledge, and that they don't have to prove all the time that they deserve to be where they are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could you please introduce yourself and describe your role in our laboratory?
Hello, my name is Deborah, and I'm a PhD student at the Laboratory of Theoretical Physics.
Could you share a bit about your current research topics and its significance?
My PhD research topic is theoretical and astrophysical aspects of extended general relativity, which means, in simple terms, that I aim to refine our knowledge and understanding of gravity, and also to apply it to astrophysics.
How do you believe your research is going to contribute to solve important problems or advancing the field?
I hope that with my research I can expand a little bit the boundaries of general relativity and our knowledge, and with that, in the bigger picture, to understand and explain open questions such as dark matter or dark energy.
Have you faced any challenge as a woman in physics?
As a woman in physics, I have faced many challenges, but I also had, fortunately, a lot of people on my way who helped me and supported me and created an environment where I could grow.
What advice and encouragement will you give to young girls or women considering a career in physics?
To young women considering a career in physics, I would say that you should be bold, brave, and resilient, curious. And you should also be passionate about your work and always look to have mentors who will help you and guide you on the way.
Thank you very much. Can you introduce yourself and describe your role in our laboratory?
Hello everyone, I'm Lakshmi Priya. I'm a PhD student in theoretical physics.
Could you share a bit about your current research topics and its significance?
Yes, I'm working in modified theories of gravity. So basically, why we are thinking to modify the theories of gravity. As we know, Einstein's general theory of relativity is a very famous and remarkable theory. But when we are when scientists are trying something new experiment and the previous theory is not compatible with that, they thought something modification is required in that theory. So from that we feel like Einstein's theory of general relativity should be required a modification, and that's why I'm working in the modified theories of gravity.
What inspired you to pursue a career in theoretical physics?
I am interested in physics, and also like I like the concept. When I saw some movies, I basically wanted to learn the concept behind it. That's why it motivates me to learn more regarding physics.
Have you faced any challenge as a woman in physics?
Yes, I would say like it depends on in which region you are coming. So in my area, I would say like for women, if you are like somewhere people's mindset is like women are only meant for cooking and they are only taking care of children's. When you are arguing that I wanted to pursue in higher study, in that case some people do not allow you to do that. And even if I would say like my parents, they are also like I convince them a lot to pursue my career in this field. So for me, it's a very big journey to come from India to here and pursue my career in physics.
What advice and encouragement would you give to young girls or women considering a career in physics?
I would say everything is interesting. Like I am from mathematics background, but still I found interest in physics. So I would say it's not that difficult, but you have to believe in yourself, and also you have to for that you need to keep hardworking and continue hardworking, so that you would be rich in one day. Definitely, you would be rich in success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Could you please introduce yourself and describe your role in our laboratory?
Yeah, hello, I'm Ilaria, I'm from Italy and I'm doing the PhD in theoretical physics here in Tartu. I studied modified theories of gravity, that is extension of Einstein's general relativity. What I want to explain with my research is why the universe is expanding, accelerating, because it's something that we have observed and we did not expect that this accelerated expansion, and we don't know how to explain it. So what I try is to study possible extension of Einstein theory and see if somehow I could come up with some explanation.
What inspired you to pursue a career in theoretical physics?
Was my curiosity. I was always passionate about physics and astrophysics since I was a kid. And the first challenge that I had to face was during high school, when I started to say that I wanted to study physics at the university. My classmates look at me in a weird way, and they ask me, "Why do you want to do that? That's for men." But for me, it was just my passion. I was curious about that, and I pursued this passion. What I felt is that during both the bachelor and the master, there was always an environment with mainly men, and this is something I hope it will change in the future. Yeah, and something that I want to say for future scientists is that when I have been accepted here in Tartu, my first spontaneous thought was, oh, they already have some girls as PhD, but they still want to accept me. And I don't like that I had that thought, and my wish for next generation scientists is to do not have it, to just think, okay, you are there because you deserve it.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Maria. I have been recently appointed as Associate Professor at the Institute of Physics, and my research is mostly about modified theories of gravity, but recently there are very interesting discoveries in the field of gravitational physics which are related with gravitational waves, and these gravitational waves could be a smoking gun for discovering physics beyond Einstein's theory of general relativity. I have recently been awarded with a starting grant from the Estonian Research Council, and in my project I would like to tackle the mathematical formalism for describing this production of gravitational waves in modified theories of gravity. In that sense, this project it has a very ambitious aim, which is to find new physics in the collisions of black holes and its production of gravitational waves, and I would like to develop the mathematical formalism and the computational tools in order to be able to produce these templates. As a woman in physics, I think I have always faced some sort of disadvantages, because when you are a woman and all your professors are male, you really don't have a role model to follow, and you feel kind of alone going to conferences and being the only woman, or being now organizer of conferences and being the only woman there. So it's really exciting for me to that in our group we have such a big amount of female PhD students. However, I would like to make sure that these students they can also achieve higher positions as professors in good universities, and that finally we can help to break the glass ceiling that we are still facing in almost all countries, not only in Europe but around the world. And this video is intended for the Women in Science theme week at the University of Tartu, and I would like that this video contributes to spread the word that women can also do physics, theoretical physics and mathematics, and I would like to encourage to young women also to pursue their dreams and to defy all social conventions that they are still stuck in the society. Yeah, thank you for watching.